Hello and welcome to Motor Rose Music. My name is Layne Thiele, and I apologize for the lighting right now, but we've had a little problems here in the Motor City. I've got a lot of candles, and what little bit of electricity I do have is sitting back here, and as you can see, it's cold here in the Motor City. But I'm out on my back patio and I'm going to get this video done today because I want to talk about music. I want to do this introductory of what we plan on doing with this. My brother Jeff, the Roadside in Portland, Oregon, what we plan on doing with this. He spoke a little bit about what he wants to talk about and what we together want to do in this music channel. And that's what it's about. It's about the music. What I really envision is talking about music, organic music, getting back to making music what it was and what it still can be. I'm very frustrated with the way the music has been since even, let's say, in the 90s and even going into the 80s. Started becoming a little too robotic, too sterile, quantized, and all these other fancy terms they put on things to make things sound perfect. Well, they don't sound perfect, they sound horrible. And I would love to hear bands out there send music to us of organic music. Let us listen to it, comment on it, say what's great about it, what we maybe don't like about it. And I'll be honest, I started out playing the drums in 5th grade back in 1980. My brother started playing saxophone back then. And we learned, my first lessons were tapping your foot, 2, 3, 4, clapping your hands, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Music. That's how I started playing the drums, learning how to keep time and the upbeats and downbeats and all this other stuff. But it was me playing, and that's what I really love to talk about. How great music was and how great it still is and can be. And I'd love to talk about my favorite drummers I think who are overrated, who are underrated. And speaking of drummers, I want to give cheers and to Taylor Hawkins, who just passed. Most notably was the drummer of Foo Fighters, but did some other great things. Cheers to you, brother. Rest in peace. Very sad. He and Dave Grohl were able to introduce Rush into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you've never seen that video, watch that one. But anyway, rest in peace. But yeah, overrated drummers. My favorite drummers. Equipment, vintage versus new instruments. Certainly a lot of things have come a long way, but are they necessarily better? I don't know. I have an opinion on that, especially on cymbals. I love vintage stuff. I love vintage music. 60s, 70s, I think, was the greatest of all rock music. But again, up for debate. We can talk about that. Jeff wants to do some skits and stuff, which I love. We did that as children. Even back in the 5th grade when we first started playing music, we used to write our own skits and stuff. We'll get into that just for fun. But, like I said, I started playing the drums back in 5th grade. Took some lessons from the great Burnin' Andy Payne, great friend of mine. He's done a lot of great things. He was in a band with Jay Rakes and Steve Joelmore, Potential Difference. Steve wrote a tune called Insect Politics. Google that tune. That's the kind of stuff I love. Some really innovative, interesting things. But if there's any, send us your stuff. Send us some songs. Send us some ideas to talk about. We'd love to talk about anything music. Not necessarily going to come on here and do instructional videos myself. I think that's been covered over YouTube. If you want to learn how to do the John Bonham Fool in the Rain halftime shuffle, there's probably 2 million videos on how to do that. I could throw another one out there, but why? Doesn't need to be done. I would love to do some instructional videos for beginners on how to make practice interesting, how to make your playing better immediately. Andy was very good at that. When I first started playing, getting serious about playing drum set, there's some simple things to do, basic, grooves to get your playing cleaner, and have immediate impact on your playing. It seems sometimes these simple things seem mundane or so easy until you practice them. You don't realize how quickly it makes your playing better. I would love to do that. I don't think there's enough videos on getting the young drummers staying interested in playing music. So I'd love to do that, because that's the huge thing, is getting these young musicians to stay focused, to stay interested, and to keep playing organic, real music. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and give us your ideas. What do you want to talk about? What's important to you? We'll talk about those things in the future. Again, my name is Layne Thiele. This is Motor Rose Music. I screw it up all the time. But Motor Rose Music. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Threes to you.